Let's go racing! All drivers making their way on the speedway. We'll give them a couple of laps under caution. Get the fluids warmed up and circulating. Get the tires scrubbed in. 26 drivers here. It was only fitting, Pat, that all 26 get a shot at tonight's cash prizes. So hats off to the World Racing Group, World of Outlaws, and of course everybody here at EstevanMotorSpeedway to include all 26 drivers in this deal. So race fans, you see the formation. Everybody up in the grandstands. Let's send them off the right way. The first time ever the World of Outlaws Late Model Series comes to the province of Saskatchewan. So race fans, here they come. The most powerful late models on the planet, the World of Outlaws. They come to you 4 wide. Let's send them off Estevan style. 26 drivers with their hands out the window. They appreciate you coming out here on what was not a favorable day weather-wise, but nevertheless, we've all battled through it, and they are now ready to do battle. A beautiful formation, Pat, as they are side by side. They're going to break off in rows of 2, and this race, of course, like all, is on Dirt Radio Network across the country and countries abroad. So it is always the host announcer's duty and honor to call the opening of
fantastic racetrack here. They've worked it up at intermission. We have a very, very fast track coming at you. There's going to be some excellent racing. There's grooves all over this racetrack. We watched the modifies before this, and we're in for a show tonight like we have never seen.
And Bill brought up that the modifieds are about a second quicker during the feature than their heat races. We'll be able to see just exactly what kind of times they turn on the A and B timing and scoring monitor. And we'll see exactly how much time they picked up in this one. So, Pat, here we go. I believe we're going to get the one to go. This will be the super clean start of the race. The green flag and the super clean green flag will wave as they come out of 4 the next time.
One lap to go for Dave Mack. Down in there, and the flag's down and saying, get ready, hold on. Tighten down those straps in those race cars, tighten up the chin straps. We're going racing next time by 26 World of Outlaw late models coming at you at EstevanMotorSpeedway. Coming around the back straightaway. We are going to wait for the flag stand and look them over, and we are going to go racing. And we are racing. We are off. Nice feature race for the World of Outlaws late models at EstevanMotorSpeedway.
Jeff Isabel Jr. is going to spin, Pat, so we are going to throw the caution, re-rack them, restack them. Everybody will go back to their original starting spot. Jeff Isabel Jr. will go to the tail, a single car incident qualifying, so you can equate that to at least 100 down the straightaways. And to go 100 miles an hour on dirt with a 2,300-pound car and then throw it sideways in the corner, they are truly the best drivers in the country.
We'll have to get our lap board up there. We need to put 50 laps on the board upstairs, please. We count up? We count up? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we count up in these races. So we're going to go from 0 to 50. So that's how we keep track with the World of Outlaws. Here they come. Green flag drops. We are racing. Three wide coming out of number 2 corner. Wow.
Oh, we have got trouble in turn number 3. Rick Eckert and the 28 of Jimmy Mars both got sideways contact between the 2 drivers. Shane Clanton has got a big piece of Eckert. Kelly Bowen was involved. Shannon Babb may have been involved. Chuck Frank took evasive action. And Rick Eckert and Jimmy Mars touched in turn number 3. That's it.
Oh.
Oh, we have got trouble in turn number 3. Rick Eckert and the 28 of Jimmy Mars both got sideways. Shane Clanton got a big piece of it. He's going to the work area. Shannon Babb has gone to the work area. Mars has got serious damage. Rick Eckert sits limp up in turn number 3. He has climbed out of the Rayvest Racing number 24, and that could be a big point hit for Rick Eckert and Shane Clanton. Rick Eckert sitting 3rd in the points. Clanton taking a look at number 3, and unfortunately it gave in a big way as a lot of went in for service. There he is in the 18, the Sure Step machine. He's back on the racetrack. That car, so we'll see if that's able to continue. Chubb Frank okay. He escaped with a great move in turn number 3.
Well, you never know when the bad luck is going to come up and bite you, and it really bit Rick Eckert hard there because he was running right up front there, starting at about 4th spot, and boy, a tough break for Rick Eckert, one of the top points leaders.
All I can say, those were these guys flying coming through that first lap. Who never completed the lap, but man, they were hooked up with 4 wide and
yeah, how
3
often
wide,
do you
4
see
wide.
that on the green flag?
They were ready to go. It's hard enough putting 4 modified cars side by side. These guys are a little wider yet, so caution's out.
Well, here we go. Why not 3 wide again? Different first, same as the first out of turn 4. Blankenship will lead lap number 1. Now Kirby running for Jimmy Mars 5th. Francis and Brady Smith. Up front, the 3 wide battle continues. This time Lanigan takes the point. Richards to the outside. Blankenship has fallen back to 3rd. Darrell Lanigan. Josh Richards giving the Lanigan by half a car. Jimmy Mars is showing signs of smoke early.
That car might have touched the wall on the way by. That would not happen there.
And Jimmy Mars sitting right now in the number 6 spot. We'll keep our eyes on him. Lanigan, Richards working. Oh, and more smoke coming out of Mars' machine. So that incident in turn number 3 and 4 may have been more severe than we all thought.
Mars throwing a lot of smoke coming out through the back straightaway.
It seems to be when he goes down the straight, guys, that's when the smoke appears. You don't see a whole lot in the corners, so maybe it's just a little bit of rubbing the way the car is set up down the straightaways. But we'll have to keep our eyes on Jimmy Mars as Darrell Lanigan setting a torn pace. I think we called it right, Bill. Lanigan's fastest lap, 15.94, so the track is right.
Well, for sure, they picked up the speed already. And they worked their way into some open field positions here. It's going to get a little quicker yet, I think.
That sounds like a pretty good synopsis to me. And right now, these guys are slicing and dicing their way to the front. But it's Darrell Lanigan who cut his way the quickest. Lanigan already starting to put a lap on the field. Gary left first in line. Keep our eyes on Darrell Lanigan, already 1 car in his hip pocket. Now James Smith next to going after the rears. It's already almost a straightaway over the 2nd place car of Josh Richards. Sitting in 3rd, Al Perkey. He continues to impress in the 41 Magnum Clint Smith machine. That is the number 19 of Steve Francis, Brady Smith, Jerry Mars, Clint Smith, Tim Fuller, John Blankenship, Mike Mullen, Chuck Frank, Brad Say. Merged on the racetrack to try and collect as many laps as possible. All cars may be too heavily damaged. We'll keep our eyes on the pit area as now Darrell Lanigan is caught in lap traffic. He's got young Jim Isabel Jr. on the bottom, Dustin Hand on the top, and somewhere in the middle Troy Heigl. So 3 cars, Darrell Lanigan in front of your leader. Agree, but when they're running 3 different grooves in front of the lead car, awful hard to get around.
Absolutely
Outlaws Late Model Series Tour. He's in the secondary car that Smith owns. Right now, he is holding down the third spot. Holding off the end series champion Steve Francis, last night's winner Brady Smith, and track record holder Jimmy Mars. And Mars has got suspension problems. Left rear tire may have went down. As Mars pulls safely to the infield, caution is out, 14 laps in the books.
Tough break for those drivers that didn't even make a lap tonight. As traveling all this way, first time to Western Canada at EstevanMotorSpeedway. Got to be awfully disappointing for those fellas, and taking them out of the points hunt as well.
Guys, from the vantage point, it almost looked as if maybe the rear end actually shifted, forcing that tire on the left side up forward. But nope, we sit corrected. Everything is okay on the Deppy Enterprises Mars car, number 28, so just a left rear flat. Mars will start at the tail, but guys, with 14 in, 36 to go.
Anymore, and it should be good to go.
Not exactly NASCAR speed, but they get it done, and they get it done in a hurry and on time as Green comes back out. Look at Al Perky, the High Plains drifter, going to the outside of Richards. Perky has taken over second. They're 3 wide for third. Al Perky looking for his first ever Outlaws win. This is his type of track, and he has given Darrell Lanigan all kinds of fits. He's never won one, guys, but right now he's throwing his hand in the ring as a contender. Lanigan by a quarter car length over Perky. Brady Smith is running third. Josh Richards fourth, Fuller fifth. Then it's Francis in sixth. Now Francis takes fifth away from Fuller. Cat Daddy is running seventh. Then it's Chuck Frank eighth. Mike Balkin ninth. Brad Sang in 10th. Could it be that the Clint Smith cars end up both in the top 3? We'll find out. Perky all over Darrell Lanigan. Well, guys, we promised you a good race, side-by-side action. You provided the racetrack, we provided the excitement, and they are swapping tape, exchanging a little rubber, trading a little bit of sheet metal back and forth, and we are not even halfway, just 19 laps in the books.
Lanigan puts himself back up ahead of second place car, the 41. 41 of Perky, and seems dropping back a little bit from what he was.
Maybe he used the tires up a little too early. Brady Smith, his car is coming in at the right time. He'll step to the outside of Perky and try and grab the number 2 spot. Looking to win back-to-back Outlaw events. Here comes the Colonel Steve Francis. He's on the outside of Josh Richards for the number 4 spot. Brady Smith will take second from Perky.
I think you're right, Rick. Perky used up those tires just a little bit too soon out there because he was going so hard. Now he's dropping back through the field. The other guys are all catching up.
Bill, take a look at turn number 4 if you can see the vantage point. These guys are way up on the banking, some on the bottom. Other guys are on the high side. Brady Smith is coming for the lead. He runs the rim around Estevan, and that is just beautiful to see.
They're all over this racetrack using all parts of it to whatever they elect to run it, wherever their preference is, they're being able to do it here at Estevan. And it's just a heck of a race going on.
No doubt about it. Darrell Lanigan with the advantage. Brady Smith right there. Al Perky. Again, Pat Perky has come back to life. He's closing in on Brady Smith, bringing Steve Francis along with him. I got a feeling this one's not over yet.
Absolutely a beautifully prepared racetrack. These guys are all over on this racing surface. They're high, they're low. Three groups going around EstevanMotorSpeedway.
Here comes Brady Smith on the high side. It's working for him. Slingshot on a turn number 4. It's still Lanigan by a car length. Brady Smith will stay on the high side. Now he's got Troy Heupel in front of him. He's got to make a choice. They'll go side by side for the lead now into 3. 3 wide with the lap car. Brady Smith now in the lead again. The one-man bunch looking to make it 2 in a row. What a move by Brady Smith. He has taken the lead away from Lanigan. deal with the slower car of Jeff Isabel Jr. It's still Al Perkey in third, Steve Francis fourth, Clint Smith in fifth, Richard sixth, Frank seventh, Fuller eighth, Vulcan ninth, Sangus 10th, Mars 11th, Blankenship 12th.
Great job of Smith holding Lanigan down on the inside and being able to take advantage of that lap traffic and propel himself to a first place lead right now.
Well, Brady Smith has just come into his own over the past 3 or 4 seasons. Stepped into the Bloomquist Team Zero stables, got a Bloomquist chassis. The car has worked for him. He has Vic Hill power on a Morristown, Tennessee. The combination has worked last night. It's working again tonight. And he is actually now pulling away from Darrell Lanigan. We seen this story last night, guys. It was Brady Smith, Darrell Lanigan right there, and all of a sudden it switched. With Brady Smith in second, Babb was leading. Brady Smith went by him. Babb come back to try and do it. Will we see this here again tonight? Will Darrell Lanigan make a charge on Brady Smith late in the race, or is this one going to go back to Solon Springs, Wisconsin again?
Perkey picking up some track position on the 29 car of Lanigan as well. Perkey and Francis coming up hard. They're going to go by. They've got some lap traffic there. Perkey could not be able to get around him, but he's right on Lanigan's tail.
Well, Darrell Lanigan's got his hands full right now, just trying to hold off Al Perkey, because Perkey is right there with him. Also, it's Steve Francis and Clint Smith. Up front, Brady Smith had to deal with Ricky Weiss. This closed him. Now he'll put the 18 of Hapka in his back pocket, and he'll set his sights on Joe Isabel in 6J. No change in the top 5, but unless somebody's got something in the bag of tricks, they better get it out and use it, because we've got 15 to go.
Francis used the high line coming in a number 3 and 4 corner, picking up some nice track position on the 41 of Perkey. Perkey right on the tail of Lanigan coming off number 4 corner.
Guys, a lot of times you'll see your winner come from maybe the first row, second row. Brady Smith started this race 14th tonight. He has chopped his way through the field. The car is on a rail, and unless something drastically goes wrong, the AMSOIL number 2 is going to victory lane for the second night in a row. Brady Smith is just totally hooked up. Nobody else has got a chance right now. It's all Brady Smith.
It looks like Brady Smith's team here at the intermission, or prior to this feature race, they read this track properly and set that car up, and they're making it perform right now.
No doubt about it. Crew chief Brian Bender, who was last night's Integra Shocks wrench of the race, has turned the wrenches the right way on the number 2. We continue to follow the progress of the battle for the number 2 spot. Darrell Lanigan holds it. Al Perkey just a car length and a half off the rear deck lid. Steve Francis has fallen back now in 4th. Clint Smith holds down 5th. We got to go back a half a lap to Josh Richards in 6th. Jimmy Mars back in the hunt in 7th. Jump Frank in 8th. Tim Fuller in 9th. John Blankenship in 10th. A good battle mid-pack, but Brady Smith right now more hooked up than Sam Malone on Cheers night.
Brady Smith is running on high line, coming on a 3 and 4 corner. Just unbelievable momentum and speed going into 3 and 4 corners.
Well, Steve Francis has gotten around Al Perkey, sets his sights on Lanigan. So the team cars of Cat Daddy and Al Perkey, they gang up on Francis and Lanigan. We've got a heck of a battle for the number 2 spot. Brady Smith coming down for 7 to go. But oh boy, Steve Francis doesn't know what just happened behind him. Clint Smith took care of his teammate Al Perkey, who was picked off by David Smith. So again, Clint Smith having himself a great run, chasing down the Colonel for the number 3 spot. We've got no more than just 6 laps left. Guys, I shudder to think what would have happened with Rick Eckert, Shannon Babb, Shane Plant, and Kelly Bowen in this race. Those 4 guys, all potential winners as well. We may have had a dogfight. And Brady Smith got the benefactor of moving up those 4 spots after that initial caution. Nevertheless, he still had to earn it, guys. He's coming out for 4 to go. He is definitely the driver to beat.
Yeah, it's unfortunate those guys dropped out, but Brady Smith is just unbelievable running this racetrack.
Well, Steve Francis just picked up right front suspension damage as he collided with Dustin Hapka. You take a look at the 19 machine, guys. When he comes by on a turn number 4, it appears the right front maybe caved in just a little bit. And yes, he has suspension damage, so he's going to have to ride out an ill-handling race car as there's just 3 laps to go. Brady Smith down for the 2-lap signal. We have white flag the next time by. It's a half a track lead, boys and girls. Brady Smith again putting a hurt on the field, this time in a big way, not by a nose piece, by a half a track. Only 10 cars on the lead lap. John Blankenship, that 10th place car. Brady Smith on the rear deck lid of Blankenship. Out of turn number 4 for the second night in a row. The one-man bunch, Brady Smith goes to victory lane. Coming home second, it'll be Darrell Lanigan. Steve Francis gets 3rd. Clint Smith 4th. Al Perkey an astonishing 5th. Josh Richards 6th. Jimmy Mars 7th. Tim Fuller is 8th. Chuck Frank 9th. John Blankenship 10th.